StaffAnnouncer.com.
All this and more because it's nearly noon. I'm Dan Neaverth, and we thank you for joining us on the very last edition of Nearly Noon. Now, as we head into the new year, I'm sure we're all curious about what's in store for us in the country and the Buffalo Bills and your neighbors. Psychic Bernice Golden will give us her predictions, and then we're going to head to the phones and ask you to give us a call, and she'll have an opportunity to tell you about your future by dialing 644-9815. And finally today, a look at our favorite Nearly Noon bloopers, those funny moments that just didn't quite make it on the air, and you'll see why. But first, let's head into the newsroom where Les Trent is sitting in for Ed Caldwell. Les?
Thanks, Danny. Good morning, everybody. Depew police may have caught a pair of robbers they think are responsible for a string of armed robberies at gasoline and convenience stores.
What's in store for the big picture for the coming year? Bernice Golden will give us her predictions when Nearly Noon continues. We're closer. We're all curious. That's why we invited psychic Bernice Golden to share her thoughts with us today. Welcome back. You were on the first show.
Yes.
And here you are on the last show.
Yes, Danny, I know it. I'm going to cry.
Well, okay. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about the world. What do you see for 1989 in the big picture?
Well, I'll tell you, as far as the big picture goes, there's many new things that are going to be happening that are very good for the world itself. Next year, a rough year up and down and that type of thing. But let's take a look at Buffalo itself a little bit, Danny, because I'm sure many people are very concerned about Buffalo. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening here as far as the money aspects, new businesses developing. I do feel a large new business coming into the Buffalo area. I would say that's going to be involved with plastics, something that's going to be very, very important, very helpful, and very
big employer?
Good. Big employer,
okay.
Big time. Could very well be coming within the next 2 years. Let's put it on a spectrum of 2 years, which is going to naturally help the economy a great deal for Buffalo. The one other side, though, of the coin is that I do feel a little trouble with the water tower. Which seems to be maybe a bit strange, but I feel some difficulties, and a large water tower right in the suburbia areas, which maybe they would like to look at, because when we find that we're talking about psychic aspects in life, we're finding them things that maybe can be changed or altered.
Okay. I think I know the water tower. It's right out in Orchard Park, and it's leaning. It's a real old one?
Yeah, because I'm feeling there's, it
could
be a real problem, and it should be looked into a little bit further.
Quickly, Buffalo Bills, everybody's got Bills fever. We're all excited and concerned about the playoffs. What's coming?
Playoffs are great.
Yeah. Don't answer like the playoffs are great. How great are they going to be?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Danny. The only problem I felt was, I would say probably somewhere at the end of the second quarter, I felt someone getting hurt, a knee problem, and I felt a figure eight with that. So could be a difficult time, but even though they're going to go down in the second quarter, the third quarter is going to pick up, and the fourth quarter is going to be dynamite. So I feel good with it. It's something that I wish I could be there. I really do.
Okay, we'll be on TV, right here on TV, too.
Yes.
So you figure a victory on Sunday?
Yes, I do.
And then what about quickly down the road?
Oh, I'll tell you, fantastic. I really am terrible at sports, but I've never felt so great about the Bills.
Good.
Never have I felt this good.
Okay. How do you feel about you and your future? It's time to ask the psychic. Call us now. 644-9815. If it's busy, keep trying. 644-9815. We'll take as many as we can.
I'll give you 2 reasons why our audience is watching TV2. Regis and Kathie Lee. Regis and Kathie Lee. Do you have any idea how good that show is? How it dominates every market it's in, and it's in our market on TV2. Now, why didn't we get the Oh, I don't know. Maybe I was too busy playing with my partner. Why don't we all watch them? And then when the ratings come in, we can all read them and weep. Regis and Kathie Lee, 9 on TV2. Why don't we all watch them?
On the way, that's it. When the Buffalo Bills clinched the AFC East Championship, there was only one place to turn for the post-game excitement. News Center 2 Sports. Minutes after the final score, you saw live coverage with the players, coaches, and the fans. As playoff action begins, News Center 2 Sports continues their championship coverage. Immediately following the Bills-Oilers game, News Center 2 Sports will go live with Goal to Go, a post-game playoff show.
Ziggy Zons World is a world of ideas, a world of fun.
New Year's Eve hats, horns, and noisemakers. Everything you need for your New Year's Eve party at Ziggy Zons World, your party headquarters.
If you can't find it at Ziggy and Zons World, it's in another dimension.
Sold out in the concert halls of Europe. Now, experience the excitement for yourself. The Buffalo Philharmonic Orchestra. Call 885-5000 for your tickets to an exciting season.
Her phone number is 694-1800. After Wednesday, January 6th, 694-1800, Bernice Golden.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
You were on the first one, you're on the last one.
Right.
Will I ever work again, Bernice?
Yes, Danny, you're going to work again. By the way, the Buffalo News has a special feature on Sunday with all the real predictions that are coming up.
Sounds good. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Okay.
you.
Now, let's go back to the newsroom, and here is Les and our story of the day.
Thanks, Dan. First of all, a quick correction. I gave a patrolman from Depew a promotion he probably didn't expect. Frank Splueski, he aided in the arrest of those two suspects. The police chief is John Macaroon. Now, for our story, almost fittingly, the horror movie Hellraisers at a Studio City movie house in California. There is no reconciliation in the works, according to the source. As a matter of fact, it is reported that their divorce settlement is almost worked out. Tyson to keep his millions and his New Jersey mansion. Givens gets the California home she owned before the marriage and the $1.5 million she took from Mike's bank account. It is nearly...
Okay, it's sunny here in Western New York. We've got blue skies. North towns were shocked yesterday, completely surprised by a lot of snow in a short period of time and slippery conditions and slow going. People out in the south towns, if the north towns people weren't busy shoveling or waiting in traffic, if they had listened carefully, they would have heard huge laughter coming out of the south towns going like, because it doesn't usually happen like that. Now, what's going to happen over the next couple of days? It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold for the football game, so dress up. Presently in downtown Buffalo, under those blue skies, our temperature is 21, humidity at 63%, barometer is falling with the winds from the south at 13 miles an hour. We have no precipitation around us now. Around the rest of the country, you can see that it's warm down south. Florida is a nice place to be right now. Temperatures in the 80-degree range, not too bad in Southern California, not bad through the desert states either. As a matter of fact, not bad through most of the U.S. of A. today. Not bad weather at all. It is cold in the Northeast and will continue to be cold over the next few. Now, this is the last show, so I got to tell you something. This is, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I go by John Pauly's desk every day. He's our investigative reporter, super guy, right? And there's a statue. It's the statue to the god of investigative reporters. And I think somebody's been stealing our secrets. So, because when I go by, I want to show him that statue. Show him a statue. Every day I walk by this statue of the god to the investigative reporter, and look at that. I swear that we're being watched. You see, the problem is we just weren't being watched by enough. Now, facts and figures for this day in Western New York. Today, sunny and breezy, high of 35. Tonight, cloudy with a chance of flurries, low of 25 to 30 degrees. And then on Saturday, cloudy and flurries, high temperature should be 30. Holiday weekend, okay, partly cloudy, chance of flurries. Next, appreciable snow, probably on Monday. For all the latest, of course, check out with Barry and Don, and we're going inside and check out the final edition of the final Nearly Noon. Enjoyable parts about doing this program was shooting the promos.
Yeah, those are those little ads you see
Yeah.
for the show.
Right, okay. Now, we made some that never actually hit the air because, well, you're going to see why they didn't hit the air. Watch these.
Coming up on Fridays, Nearly Noon.
Wait till you hear him say this one. Hi, he's Ed Caldwell, and I'm Dan Neaverth. And what he wanted to say was, we're going to talk about how you can pick the right winter fruits. Randy will talk with a great cartoonist, and we'll be talking to you on the next edition of Nearly Noon with me and my sidekick, Eddie.
We're done.
See you then. No, we're not done yet.
No, we gotta do it again.
No, we don't do it again. No, it's over.
Hello, I'm Ed Caldwell, and welcome to the undersea world of Nearly Noon. Why, here comes Danny Neaverth now.
Hello, Ed.
Hi,
I like
Dan.
my pool so far. Isn't this great?
This is terrific, Dan.
Won't you join us live from the Buffalo Convention Center on the next Nearly Noon? We'll be in the Dan Neaverth room, Ed. Watch it, here comes a shark.
Anything like this room?
No, it won't be like this room, but it'll be a fun room.
Quick, piranha. Hello, I'm Ed Caldwell with Dan Neaverth, and of course our good friend Charlie the Chimp.
Yeah, Charlie's here to remind you that if you're an adult, there are some less noticeable ways to straighten your teeth. You can smile like Charlie, right?
And we'll be telling you about him on the next Nearly Noon, along with Ann Urbanato with a new drug for congestive heart failure, plus Randy with the review. He's tearing down the walls at this point. We hope
Yes.
he'll join us back here on the next Nearly Noon,
Join us then.
if we still have the studio.
Charlie, get out of there.
Come here.
He was doing.
The monkey went crazy. It was fun. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun bringing you the show, and on behalf of the entire crew of Nearly Noon, we'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we certainly hope that you have a great new year. I want to say that it was great working with Ed Caldwell, a terrific professional newsman and a great friend, and when he wasn't around, people like yourself, good to work with. Debbie Singlinger, who produced the show and wrote the news and booked the guest and worried and babysat the whole thing, and the crew, and there really is a beaver Cleaver.
There is a beaver.
There really is. You know, we kid around about him, but his real last name is Cleaver. And all the guys behind the cameras and in the control room, and Carol, the sound lady, who was always smiling, and it was just a lot of fun.
And you at home, don't forget.
You're the most important people. Thank you so much. Don't forget, big things coming up on TV, too. We've got Don Postal's coming back home. You got Don Paul, you got Barry, you got all the rest of the cast, and we'll see you. So stay tuned. God bless. Happy New Year.
Welcome to Love Connection.